you can relax. Colleen and Erik have a podcast. The world is scary and we're locked in our home, but now we have big microphones, so you can relax. That's the name of our podcast.
Hello, welcome to Relax the Podcast.
Is it another musical episode?
No, but that's our new theme song, probably.
Do it again.
Hello, welcome to Relax the Podcast. I don't know if that was the same. I kind of...
Okay, we get a chance for harmony here.
Okay. Oh, no. Are you really going to try to do harmony?
Give it to me. Then where would I go? Relax. No. give me a good harmony to what you're doing.
Relax. Just go. Relax.
No, I gotta find. You're teaching me how to do harmonies, and it's like drop down a little bit, right?
No.
So hold the note.
Relax. That's an octave, so it's the same note. That's not a harmony.
Right. Yes. Okay. So what would it?
Yeah, there you go.
Relax. Did I do the same thing? Try it one more time.
Oh my God.
Give it to me. Go ahead.
Okay. Relax. Sing
relax,
this note.
Relax. Well, now you got to keep going. Did I get it right?
You did.
Relax.
You did. But
okay.
I feel like now I would rather do a different
Ready?
harmony.
Steady.
Relax. No. You're doing the same note again.
Okay. I'm going to get this.
You're doing an octave.
Relax.
Relax. Yeah, that's great.
Welcome to...
Yeah, that was great. That was great. Do that.
Relax.
Wait. It's a disaster.
Try it one more time.
Relax.
Welcome to Relax the Podcast.
Oh my God.
Relax. Do it. Come on.
Relax.
Welcome to Relax the Podcast. Is that it?
Sure.
All right.
My face hurts from laughing at you.
Got it.
Oh my God. What a way to start off this episode.
Come for the
Hi,
podcast.
everyone.
Stay for the harmonies. I'm Erik.
I'm Colleen. We're married. And today, we don't have babies in here. Usually we are...
Shocking.
Since the babies were born, well, since the babies have come home after they were born, because they lived in the NICU for a while, they've been in here with us. And tonight they're not, because my mom is here. And we're like, Mom, watch the babes. We need some alone time to do Relax the Podcast. So we're here without the baby. So this might be a little bit less chaotic, but maybe it'll be more chaotic. It seems like as though we're going crazy tonight.
I know. Well, I feel like I've whispered the last 5 episodes.
Yeah. All right. I'm excited to hear your Who Needs to Relax.
You want me to go first?
Yeah.
I was going to talk about sleep. I know.
Sleep needs to relax. I think it should be the opposite.
Well, sleep deprivation needs to relax.
There you go.
I think, as you yawn, that we are not sleeping if not sleeping were a sport, we are not sleeping at an Olympic level at this point.
Oh yeah, we'd win the gold for sure.
We don't sleep.
Have you ever
There's
heard
no version of the day or nighttime that we get to nap or sleep. It doesn't happen.
Sometimes a nap can happen, but it's certainly never the amount of time that like is helpful. Do you know what I mean? Like there's never a like fall into a REM cycle or whatever when you're in that deep sleep. And if you do get to that point of like getting into REM, that's when you're abruptly woken up and it like destroys your life. You know what I mean?
For multiple child reasons.
Well, twins,
not
I think,
even like used to be like anxiety or insomnia for us, or like just one baby. But now when you have two, they're never both going to be asleep at the same time.
No, we've tried so hard. It does not happen.
And as soon as you get one to sleep, the other one wakes up.
Yeah. As soon as you calm one down, the other one starts screaming.
Yeah,
or they scream at the same time.
They're synced in opposite directions.
Yes.
And so I was thinking that it was going to kill me, that I would die.
Yeah, it is how it feels sometimes.
And so I looked into it. Colleen, do you think you can die from no sleep?
I bet you can.
Yeah, of course you can.
You can for real?
Absolutely can. Yes, it's rare that there's like an insomnia related death, but it certainly does happen. How long do you think is the world record for the most consecutive days and nights awake?
Well, you and I have beat it, whatever it is.
Sure.
Like I can confidently say that,
but
we
like
beat it.
Recorded.
You
can say in hours or days.
A month.
No, what?
A week.
264 hours or about 11 days in 1965. a 17-year-old high school student named Randy Gardner stayed alive and set an apparent world record for a science fair. 11 days.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've definitely passed that.
There are some symptoms I want to go through for sleep deprivation.
Okay.
Just as you peel the cat hair off my microphone.
Yeah.
And just answer me if you feel like you have these.
Okay.
Okay. Slowed thinking.
Yes.
Okay, good. That was nice. Reduced attention span.
Shockingly, yes. And which has been kind of nice. I don't know. I don't even
You
remember
like that?
question. Like less of an attention span? Wait, does that mean I have a better attention span or worse?
No, worse.
Oh,
Yeah, I would say yes. Worsened memory.
Oh, 1,000,000,000%. Love, how many times a day do I ask you the same question?
1,000 times. And also like things that you'll tell me like, hey, we have to do this. I'm like, we literally just talked about it.
Yeah, it really does happen all the time right now. Like I'll be like,
strangely constantly.
with me specifically, like you don't do it to me, but I am always like, oh my gosh, love, we have to change Macy's diaper. And he's like, I just watched you change it 2 seconds ago. And I'm like, what? I'll be like, oh my God, we have to make this phone call. And you're like, you just made that phone call 20 minutes ago.
It's happens constantly. Yeah.
Constantly. He's always like, are you insane? You just said this to me. You just did. Like, it is constant.
Poor or risky decision making.
I mean, yeah, I'm super risky.
Yeah, you're risky business over here. Lack of energy.
Yeah. 100%.
Mood changes, including feelings of stress, anxiety, irritability.
Look who's talking. Yes.
Yeah, all those things for sure.
My doctor wants to up my meds. Like, yes.
Of time and a place.
Okay. What else?
So not sleeping can solve progressive and significant deficits in concentration, motivation, perception, and other higher mental processes as the duration of sleep deprivation increases.
Wait, those are the only symptoms? Because I have more symptoms
There's
than that.
certainly more. It's just all that I screenshotted because my attention span was so low and I had no energy or motivation.
Right.
It also, not good during a pandemic, lowers your immune efficiency.
Yeah, that's not good.
It's not good. You can have hormonal abnormalities.
Well, yeah.
Do you have hormonal problems right now?
Yeah, my period came back so fast.
Okay.
It must be because my hormonal abnormalities.
Yuck.
Okay. Eric's just trying to make me mad.
We don't talk about.
You know what's really cool is like we're always like told like don't talk about periods. Oh, periods is when I was a kid. And now hopefully the conversation is changing a little bit, but periods is like a taboo topic. And I don't think it should be because a lot of people have periods.
Talking Menzies?
Huh?
Are we doing the Menzies segment of this podcast?
Menzies?
Isn't that what they call it?
What's a Menzies?
Like menstruation. Isn't it like Menzies? Like, isn't that?
No one says Menzies. Do people say Menzies?
I think, isn't Menzies like?
I don't think that's a word.
I don't even think it's like a slang term. I think
anyway, it's definitely one of those things that is so taught that it is so learned and to teach people that it is gross. Because my son, my 3-year-old innocent perfect son,
is a thing.
It's not a thing, love. You made up Menzies for sure. You made up Menzies.
Oh, well,
it sounds like a type of candy you'd get out of a quarter machine
merch?
at the grocery store.
Merch?
Menzies. No, I don't like it because it has the word men in it.
Oh, right.
Anyway, menstruation. Ugh, that's so annoying. That's the word men.
Yeah.
Anyway, so my point is that like we're taught. But when I was a kid, that periods, menstruation was gross and ew, don't talk about it. Don't let anyone know. It's embarrassing. Oh, what are you on your period? Like, and hopefully we're changing the conversation out to make it it's just a natural, normal thing that happens. And it's so taught that it's so gross because our 3-year-old son, my period came back, guys, only 2 months after having the twins. And my son asked me about it. Like he saw tampons. He's like, what are those? And I explained it to him because like, why hide it from him? Like what happens? And I explained to him what a tampon is.
He
and
was
like
playing with the tampon for a while. He thought it was cool. Yeah.
He loved it. He was like, oh, cool. And like, he knew what it did and where it goes and knows that he can't use one
right?
Because he doesn't have the same parts. But it was just like, oh yeah, this isn't a gross, weird thing. He was like, oh, cool. Like he just thought it was cool and like didn't care. And thought tampons were super cool that it like shoots out. Anyway.
I should also say that on our walks, he collects gravel from other people's driveways. So
what does that have to do with tampons?
I'm just saying he thinks gravel is cool.
Gravel is cool, first of all.
Okay. Pain.
Oh, we're
Sleep
still
deprived people are at a higher risk of developing pain.
My whole body hurts.
Or feeling that their pain is getting worse.
Yes.
This is something we've talked about a lot.
Pain.
My back.
Your pussy and your back.
I knew you were going to do that. If there's ever a time since we've been together that I've mentioned my back, I don't just said the word back, you instantly interrupt to finish the sentence with.
Did you know I used to sing that song in my Miranda shows? But I go, my neck, my back, wipe my toucan.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, I've seen your show like 40
I don't know when
to
I
50
cut that
times.
I probably cut that song though quickly after meeting you. I don't remember.
It also worsens mental health disorders.
Yeah, well, hello.
They are closely intertwined, such as depression, anxiety.
Hey, what up, girls?
Yeah, my two best friends. Our other two children.
What else does it do? I mean, we know all these things.
Yeah, all those things.
Cool.
So here's the thing. Like in the past, when I couldn't sleep, there's things they say you can do. There's things on this website that I was reading this about. They're like, well, don't use electronic devices before you go to sleep. Avoid naps on purpose. Avoid caffeine. Like there's like things you can do to sleep better. And I'm like, well, where's the subheading where it's like, if you have a toddler and two newborn twins, what do you do then? Because it's impossible. And the day's it's just kind of this Groundhog Day life of there's not a moment or a chance or the piece is not given. I know ComApp sponsors this podcast frequently. Like there's no section where they're like, yeah. I mean, I don't know. Like I don't even have time to. I don't know.
Google it.
My brain's not working. So I just want to talk about like how we don't do that. We don't.
Yeah, no, we do not sleep at all.
At a very high level right now.
Yeah, no, I know. It's very, very bad.
It'll get better.
Someday it will get better.
And people always, like I think I mentioned on a podcast a while ago, like, yo, you look tired. Yeah.
Someone commented that the other day too.
Yeah, or like,
they're like, you both look
tell
so
them like,
tired.
oh, we got newborn twins. Oh, you're not getting much sleep. Yeah,
no, obviously.
Someone said that to us today.
Who said that today?
On our phone call today.
Oh yeah. I don't want to see. I didn't remember it.
Yeah, your brain's not funcking at a high level right now.
Indeed, it is not functioning, love. You know, it's funny. I should say the word indeed.
We're talking.
Oh, come on! Don't burp during a sponsor. Oh, geez. We got to take a minute to say thanks to our first sponsor.
Very garlicky and goat cheesy.
So that Erik can go vomit or something. I don't know.
So.
But yeah, if our first sponsor for the day is Indeed Inc. Let's talk about it. It's a new year and you deserve a fresh start in all parts of your life, even at work. Take your team to the next level with a hiring partner that makes it simple to find candidates with the right skills. That's Indeed. If you're hiring, you need Indeed, because Indeed is the hiring partner where you can attract, interview, and hire all in one place. And Indeed is the only job site where you're guaranteed to find quality applications that meet your must-have requirements, or else you don't pay. Instead of spending hours on multiple job sites hoping to find candidates with the right skills, you need one powerful hiring partner that can help you do it all. Indeed partners with you on every step of the hiring process. Find great talent through time-saving tools like Indeed Instant Match, assessments, and virtual interviews. With Instant Match, as soon as you sponsor a post, you get a short list of quality candidates with resumes on Indeed that match your job description, and you can invite them to apply right away. Plus, you only pay for quality applications that meet your must-have requirements. One of the things we love about Indeed is that it makes hiring all in one place so easy. Indeed makes it easy to hire great talent. According to ComScore, Indeed is the #1 job site worldwide, and Indeed delivers 4 times more hires than all other job sites combined, according to Talent Nest. Join more than 3 million businesses worldwide that use Indeed to hire great talent fast. So start hiring right now with a $75 sponsored job credit to upgrade your job post at Indeed.com/relax. The offer is valid through March 31st. Go to Indeed.com/relax to claim your $75 credit before March 31st. Indeed.com/relax. Terms and conditions may apply. Need to hire? You need Indeed. Oh, man. Oh, man, Lovey. Are we still going to be talking about sleep, or are we moving on to a different relax topic?
I didn't. Oh, did you not go yet?
I haven't gone yet. Do I get to go? Do I get to tell you mine?
Please.
So mine is going to rile you up.
Wow,
and
I'm so excited.
Not in a fun way, though. Because it's like actually it's like actual like annoying thing that's happening. Sorry to bring down the mood. We start off singing I'm about to tear us all down. Because what I think needs to relax is COVID. And the COVID cases, I know we've talked about this lots of times before, but now
it's thriving right now. It's peaking.
Thriving, and whatever. That's really awful, and it's really frustrating that it's thriving and peaking right now. But it is affecting us greatly.
Is this you're going to talk about the thing?
I'm going to talk about it.
Yeah. I think you should.
It's affecting us greatly that it's peaking right now, even though we don't have it. We've never had it. No one in our family has had it or will have it. Hopefully, Well, what?
Okay. Oh, you mean like immediate family?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Whoa. Okay. Just trying to spill tea over here.
Well, yeah. I mean,
anyway. So here's the deal: is that COVID now is affecting us in a really crappy way, and we're super bummed about it. So it's obviously affected everyone the last 2 years greatly, and we've all been locked in our houses. It's literally in the intro of our podcast song, like how it's affecting us. But without going into too much detail, one of our beautiful children's needs a surgery, and he's okay, he's fine, and he's gonna be fine. And I don't want anyone to worry about him. We're taking care of him. We have the best people ever taking care of him, but he does need a surgery. And so we found this out. We met with a surgeon, and the surgeon was like, "Yes, you need to get this taken care of. Let's do it as soon as possible." So we go to call to set the appointment to make the surgery happen. And the hospitals tell us no hospitals are planning any surgeries. They will not schedule any surgeries for anyone because the COVID cases are too high, and it's considered an elective surgery.
Well,
and when you hear that, like I heard like, oh, elective surgeries can't happen. And I thought, oh, people who want like a nose job can't get it type of a thing is what you think of when you think elective surgery.
What elective means in this case is that he needs this, and he needs this, or it is urgent. Otherwise, very much bad things can and will happen, and they want it done within a month. But they consider it elective because he would not be. It would be a scheduled surgery. He would not be admitted through the ER. So our options are to wait a longer period of time, much longer, in fact, 3 times longer than doctors want to wait, to schedule it until they're allowing us to schedule a surgery, or wait till it becomes an absolute emergency and he will have to be admitted through the ER because of 4 surrounding hospitals around us. And then one's even further in every direction. They're all not,
they're not allowed to schedule
allowing them to schedule what they are deeming elective surgeries right now because they are keeping people in the hallways and parking garages with COVID.
So this is obviously, I'm not trying to like super bring down the mood or whatever. And we have more things to talk about, but I did want to bring it up because I wasn't aware what an elective surgery really means. And when I found out that my tiny preemie baby who needs a surgery cannot get a surgery until it is an emergency, terrifying situation because people are still getting COVID and the hospitals are packed full of people with COVID. When you guys hear out there, I just wanted to spread the word, I guess, a little bit. When you hear elective surgeries can't happen, it's not like people wanting a nose job, which is fine. And I hope those people can have those too. It is preemie babies who need help. And it is people who need surgeries for health issues. They cannot get their surgeries because there's so many people who are getting COVID. And it's like, I don't mean to cry. I will move on from this quickly, but it's really frustrating for us as parents of this cute, perfect little human that we have been following all the rules as much as we can and like really trying everything we can to keep them safe.
And thank you to everybody else who is too. And to everybody who is not. Hope you're having a great time.
And I will also
happy.
I will also say I understand it's no one else's responsibility to keep our children safe and other human beings safe out there who could be immunocompromised and could really be hurt by COVID. It's not just that. It's not just trying to keep COVID away from people that it could hurt. It's now hurting people. It has nothing even to do with COVID. Like, obviously, we don't want to get anyone sick who it could really hurt them if they get sick. Yeah. But now it's also, it's going past that.
There's a societal really moral issue that is hitting home here, but
And like I said, I don't think it's anyone else's responsibility to take care of our children but us, but it's really, really frustrating and hard. And I hope, this
when our
surge,
healthcare system can't because of
right. So I hope everyone, I hope this surge ends quickly, and I hope they change the rules at the hospitals quickly. And we're doing, just so you guys know, we are doing everything that we possibly can and are actively continuing to do everything we possibly can to make sure that our little baby can get the surgery he needs as soon as possible so he can stay super healthy. And I just wanted to kind of make it known that when you hear things like that, because I hear a lot of times this strain of COVID isn't that bad. It's like a cold. I keep hearing that. And so people don't care, but that they're catching it.
The way that
elective surgery sounds.
Because I've never had surgery, but my 2-month-old baby needs to. And the term elective, again, I also thought that was just it seems like it is cosmetic. You know what I mean? You tie it into something like that. You don't think that it means that hospital boards are not allowing surgeons to schedule surgeries
that need to happen, that are considered urgent,
and will develop into an emergency in a short time frame. But we're kind of literally being told you have to wait for it to be an emergency. Here are the signs of when it will become an emergency. And that's so not fun. Especially for anyone. So
it was kind of eye-opening to hear that obviously COVID is fully affected everyone on the planet in such a negative, awful way in the last 2 years. But to see that it's now a ripple effect in so many other directions with so many other things. And I'm sure it's been affecting a lot of people out there, people listening and watching, of
course, yeah. And it could be worse than it's affecting, I
didn't know that it could come to something like this. I'm sure there's a lot of people who are affected in this way, who needed a surgery and couldn't get it, who got really, really sick, but couldn't go to the hospital to get help.
I'm sure there's so many
stories out there of people.
Scenarios for people. Yeah. But if anything, it brings attention to the fact that
just think about before you're I think I'm going to go rock out at this huge, massive party with no mask on. And I don't care if I catch it or spread it. Maybe think about preemie babies who can't get surgeries a little bit. I don't know. I guess it's unfair for me to ask that.
Whatever. But you say what you say. Yeah. You say it, love.
It's been a really rough week here at this house, but I just wanted to bring that up and say to anyone else out there who's experienced a situation similar to this in the last 2 years, I'm so sorry that you had to go through that. It really is hard. And this whole year, the whole pandemic's been hard for everyone in so many ways. So I'm not saying it's harder for us than anyone else. It's just the situation's been really shitty this week. And I also don't want to worry anyone. Baby is going to be fine. Everything is going to be fine. And we're going to make sure he's taken care of and everything is good. So I don't want anyone to worry. I'm sure I just made people worry, and I'm not trying to. It's more just I don't know. I felt like I wanted to talk about that for a second.
I wanted to too. It's so important.
Anyway, man, we start off this episode singing, and then I
we haven't even talked about farts at all.
Well,
is farts our next sponsor?
No.
If that was a company, though, they
they better sponsor us. If there's a company called Farts, I'm sure there is. So I can't reiterate enough. He's going to be very well taken care of. We're making sure it's taken care of. He's going to be okay. I don't want anyone to worry about him. It was more just it's been an eye-opening experience, a really frustrating experience, knowing that because of the surge of COVID cases at the hospitals. And I hope they're all okay. And I hope everyone gets through this awful surge that we're having right now. It's just unfortunate that it's causing, I know that our kid is not the only one who's suffering the consequences of that and not being able to get into the hospital for something he needs. So I know a lot of people must be going through this too, or have gone through this during this pandemic. And I wasn't aware of it. I wasn't aware that it rippled effect in that sort of way to people, and it is not fun. So anyway.
So it's COVID that needs to relax?
COVID. And we've said COVID before, I'm sure.
I feel like you're saying something else, but.
I'm saying COVID. I'm leaving it at that. I'm not getting into that discussion. But anyway, moving on. We have, I'm really excited about this episode because I went through a lot of comments and I wanted to read some of the YouTube comments that we've been getting.
This isn't getting any reaction from you, the way I'm sitting?
Oh my gosh. Yes, I know exactly what you're
casually
doing.
Sitting in a chair having a conversation on a podcast. So
for the listener, Erik is sitting backwards on a chair in a really bizarre way.
Not because the director told me it would look cooler on camera, but because this is how people sit when they podcast.
We just finished watching a show, and this is going to be super controversial. This is going to be like the most controversial thing we've ever said.
Why? We haven't watched a show together.
Because we don't
in years. I mean, in a long time.
Because we don't smack talk like other things in the industry.
We won't say the actual name, but I'll say this: like this show, like everyone was talking about, you gotta watch the show. The show's popular, blah blah blah. Like, it was, so I finally was like, hey, there's this show everyone's talking about. Like, let's
watch
while
it.
We feed babies, since we have to wake up and do it all the time. I can put something on.
And we watched it, and we did not like it. Like laughable. Thought it was like not good at all. And then after we finished the show, we're like, let's go online and see what people are saying about this atrocity.
I don't know that I'll even name it. But someone was sitting in a chair, and the thing that made you so mad. I think that out of the whole 8-episode series, 9, 10, I don't know how many.
That wasn't the thing that made me the most mad.
The thing that made me the most mad was in one single scene, one character sat in a chair like this. It drove you crazy.
Well, because I thought it was
like... You wouldn't stop talking about it.
No, I just don't like it when there's like...
You lost your mind.
I don't like it when there's blocking on a stage or direction with a camera move that is clearly just because like a director thought this will look cool and there's no intention behind it. Like... No one sits in a chair that way on the phone. Having a conversation. Like the way it was just awkward looking.
It's case specific, and in my head, because it could be the actor's fault.
No, it wasn't. Too. It wasn't. I know it was the director going like, this is the angle I want to shoot.
But
this
it could also be time.
This is the way
they don't have time. They got to shoot. You know what I mean? They don't like they're.
That's totally fine. And that was not the thing that made me the most mad. They only get this one take in
this coverage because like they didn't.
That wasn't the thing that made me most mad.
In their day.
That was something that you just were like, no one else would notice that, Colleen, and you noticed that.
Yeah.
So like that was something that no one else would. It wouldn't bother anyone else. What the biggest issue was with the show, and it's not anyone's fault. Like the actors are all wonderful. Like I'm sure everyone on the show is amazing. And that's why I don't want to like name it out what it is because like, unless we do, but like, I don't know, guys, we watched a TV show.
Well, and also coincidentally, one of the main actresses on the show was my scene partner.
Okay, now you're telling people what.
And how are they going to know this? In the Apple Watch commercial.
Because if they find it, they're going to know who it is and they're going to know. But
it's funny that some of you I saw on Twitter did find that the half second I am in this original Apple Watch commercial.
Yeah, so we talked a few episodes ago. We talked a few episodes ago on the podcast about how Erik was in an Apple Watch commercial.
The first
Apple Watch commercial.
The reveal of the Apple Watch years ago.
We're going to get into this because I really want to talk about this. So actually maybe we are going to say what the show is. And
we liked the show also.
I did like the show.
Because we're talking about it and maybe that's what you want.
All right, but first
we're essentially promoting the show.
Before we get into it, we got to say thanks to our next sponsor, okay?
Is it Showtime's? Yep.
Oh, it is not. Oh. So excited about our next sponsor. There is no one-size-fits-all solution when it comes to hair care. A product that works wonders for curls like mine might make straight hair limp and greasy. So I have really frizzy, wavy / curly hair, and I've always had issues with it. It's always been dry and brittle. It's hard to find the right products. Not anymore. Thanks to my personalized Pros routine, I can honestly say I've never been more excited to wear out my curls. It's rare these days that I get to actually do my hair because I'm so busy. But on the days that I do, if I have a chance to get those curls to come to life, Pros is what I'm using. Pros makes custom hair care that's effective because it's personal, using natural ingredients with proven results. Pros customizes every product in your routine from shampoo to supplements. First, Pros starts by asking you about you as a person with their in-depth consultation. Pros asked me some unexpected things I was not anticipating at all. Like it was asking about my exercise, which is embarrassingly none. My hair damage level, my eating habits, like all different types of things, like the location that I live in. So many things that I didn't think had anything to do with my hair, but apparently they do. Next, Pros analyzed all my answers and determined what unique blend of ingredients should be in every product of my custom routine. Together, Pros got all my hair goals covered. I gotta say, since I started using the shampoo, my hair has felt stronger, softer. It's really helped my curls be more defined. It is wonderful. You guys should check it out. And as a carbon neutral certified B Corp, Prose is an industry leader in clean and responsible beauty. All their ingredients are sustainably sourced, ethically gathered, and cruelty-free. They're also the first custom beauty brand to go carbon neutral. If you're not 100% positive Prose is the best hair care you've ever had, they will take the products back, no questions asked. Prose is the healthy hair regimen with your name all over it. Take your free in-depth hair consultation and get 15% off your first order today. Go to prose.com/relax. That's prose.com/relax for your free in-depth hair consultation and 15% off. Go check it out. Okay, so this is going to be super controversial, but I think we should just say what the show is, get it over with, rip off the Band-Aid, and just talk about it for a second, because I don't want people to speculate, and then there's rumors going around about like us talking smack about some show.
Here's the thing, though, like we did watch it all.
And I do think it's a good show. I think the problem is that
I liked the concept.
I think that's the issue, is that
the performances are great.
The concept gave me this really heightened expectation, and I made up in my mind what I thought the show was going to be, and when it wasn't that, I was disappointed. So the whole time I was watching the show, I was going, well, when's this going to happen? Because I made up the storyline in my head. When are they going to
focus on this? And then it was more...
It was... So it's... Okay, let's say the show. Let's say what it is.
3, 2, 1.
Yellow Jackets. Yeah. It was Yellow Jackets. And the show's great. And clearly we're wrong in not having enjoyed it, the experience, because...
We watched all of it.
We watched all of it, and also everyone is obsessed with it.
And now we're
everyone
talking about it on our podcast.
But here's the issue, guys. Here's the issue. Oh, Erik goes, I've heard of this show. And it's great. And we start watching the show, and it seems as though the show is going to be about this. So I'm not going to give any spoilers, but I'm going to tell you just like the premise of the show, the pitch, the elevator pitch of the show. There's a soccer team. They're on a plane.
A high school girls soccer team is going to national championships on a private jet, and they crash
in the wilderness,
land in the wilderness, and then have to survive there
for
a long
2 years or something like that. Yeah. And it's awful and scary. And they basically end up turning to like cannibalism, it seems.
Is like the pitch, yeah.
Because they have no food, they have to survive. What else are they going to do? They think they're stranded there forever.
It's established like very early on in the pilot, ritualistic cannibalism to survive.
And so and it goes back and forth between them, in the early 90s and now, current day, and how much it affected them and whatever. So this is kind of like, you learn all this immediately watching, and I am hooked. I'm like,
what's your problem?
This is amazing.
Pull the Band-Aid off.
So in my brain, I'm thinking, I'm going to watch these girls. I'm going to watch these girls in the wilderness, kind of like how Lost was, which I have my own issues with Lost. Or, one of my favorite movies is Castaway. Like everyone thinks about this. What if I was stranded on an island? What if I was stranded in the wilderness? What if my plane crashed? And I survived? What would I do?
Survival kind of things.
Everyone thinks about this. And so this is a fascinating topic. And I'm like, okay, I am hooked. A bunch of strong, incredible women, the great characters. And they're stuck in the wilderness. And somehow these strong, talented, athletic girls, they turn on each other at some point. They have to resort to cannibalism. They turn on each other. I'm like so invested. And so I'm like, all right, first, obviously my brain goes, they're going to panic and try to get to safety. They're going to try to find other life. They're going to try to search for some way to get rescued. All these things are in my head. When are they going to?
What's your problem with the show?
None of these things happen. None of it. It's just like, oh, we're just here and we're stuck in the wilderness, I guess. There's no sense of urgency to be rescued. There's no sense of urgency to find food.
Well, yeah.
There's no sense of urgency to survive. They're just like, oh, here's a haunted cabin in the woods. We'll just live here forever.
I think that their story kind of jumps backwards and forwards in time to the surviving girls now in present day.
Mm-hmm.
And television as a medium, there's so many open ends as to who's in control, who's noting. Is it studio? Is it network?
Right.
Is it, who's controlling the, I don't know.
Where are you going with this?
I don't know. You weren't being, you're just explaining the show. You're not being critical of it.
No, I'm not. I'm totally being critical. No, okay.
But anyways, yeah. So Yellow Jackets, check it out. Free promo for them.
Everyone loves it. And I think I would have loved it had I not had this preconceived notion in my head of what it should have been. Like if I hadn't made up in my head what I wanted the storyline to be, I wanted to watch these girls fight to survive and turn to cannibalism, but instead they're just kind of like just kind of hanging, just kind of living life and like waiting around and it doesn't feel like there's a sense of urgency to make it happen, to like be rescued ever.
It's just a bit, it's a bit of a farce. It's a bit.
And the whole season, you're like waiting for this like moment of cannibalism that you've watched, and it's just like nothing ever. It's just like I don't want to give any spoilers.
Suspension of disbelief is I don't. It's
we'll stop talking about it. I don't want anyone to come for me because we don't need to. I don't want anyone to come for me because I didn't like. I think the actors in it are all incredible. Amazing people. I love that it's a cast of strong females. I love everything about it. I just didn't like it.
It's like, well, so we watched it and we watched it all, and it's the first TV show that wasn't a reality dating kind of competition show that we've ever watched together. So good for them. Well, and they did that.
I haven't seen a single negative review of it other than in my own mind. So like, I'm clearly very much wrong, but that's kind
of the most surprising thing about watching it is that you're like, oh, okay.
Yeah, I know. I don't know. Anyway, watch it. It is a great show, and it's like this is not sponsored or anything. And God forbid anyone in that show or part of that show.
And if you're casting.
No, I think it's like I said, I think the concept's amazing. I think the cast is amazing. I think everything about it is incredible. It looks beautiful. It's amazing. It's just like what I wanted it to be isn't what it is. Has anyone else had that experience in life where they're like watching a movie or TV show and they're like, oh, I really want this show to go this way. I really hope the storyline is this. And then it isn't. And then you're really disappointed. Because I think that's what the issue was more than anything else. It wasn't that the show isn't good. It's that it didn't happen how I wanted it to in my own brain. Okay. And I'm a control freak.
You started talking insanely fast. I think people think they accidentally hit the speed up button, like listen at time and a half speed, but it's just like how your brain is operating right now.
Okay, so we're moving on. We're going to talk about, I'm going to get canceled because I don't like the show. Okay, anyway. We're going to move on to comments, right?
Sure.
Or do you want to talk about something else right now?
No, we can move on to your thing.
So we got some amazing comments from you guys because you guys
where are these comments existing?
On the YouTubes.
Oh, okay.
So I wanted to read some of them to you from our last episode. Okay, this one was great. Kate said, Colleen and Erik, talk for 12 minutes about how unchill Erik is.
Why? What?
We did. You don't remember this?
Oh, we did do that.
Yes.
Oh, okay. I thought that was a request.
No.
Okay.
No, we did more? For 12 minutes. We talked about how you're not chill. Okay. So it said, Colleen and Erik, this is what they're doing essentially. Colon. I forgot to tell you there's a colon.
You didn't colon me.
Talk for 12 minutes about how unchill Erik is. Then Erik says, I take it all back. I'm super chill. And then she said, okay, Erik, if you say so, LOL, try to get some sleep, bud. Oh!
What is, I don't understand your reading of that comment.
I don't know why I wanted to read that. I think it was the one underneath it, but I just read that one.
She's saying like, I am chill? Or
she's saying you're not chill.
I don't think so.
She's saying you're not chill, but that's not the comment I wanted to read. It just happened to be in the screenshot.
Man,
I'm so tired. Okay, Chelsea said, Erik is in the angry stage of newborn exhaustion. Which I was like, yeah, because you were.
Are there stages?
I guess so.
And is there one deemed the angry stage?
I guess so. Then another comment, Hannah said, I love how this has just become the we roast the absolute shit out of each other podcast, which is amazing. Sorry, are you hating all my comments?
I think that's something though, like when people love each other, that the only thing they talk about is all the things that they don't like about each other. Yeah, in a joking and endearing way. Because I love all those things that I don't like about you. You know what I mean?
Right.
You weirdo.
You don't.
What's the angry stage of of what?
Of newborns. We're in the angry stage of newborns.
I'm in a stage where I'm like, I was holding our beautiful 2-month-old daughter today. She was just staring into my eyes and just being sweet. And I like literally had the thought, I don't like babies. Like
you can't say that.
Like I just
Lovey.
It's like I get it, but like
excuse me.
But for like, and I get, and like that time is brief, and I get that with Flynn, my memories are all fun, but like in real time, a newborn baby, like people are like, oh, babies, so cute, baby. Like, do people actually like babies?
People do love babies a lot.
Why?
Well, because they're wonderful.
Because they're small? Is it like how your mom likes those like tiny
ketchups?
Tiny ketchups?
No, okay. People, okay. You sound pretty awful right now, so I'm just I'm helping you out here. People like babies. People usually like their own babies. So I feel like you might want to take a step back and rephrase.
No, I mean,
Maisie might watch this someday.
I love them.
Yes.
I don't like them. You know?
Love it.
No, I'm saying like,
oh my God.
what's
okay.
There's
Listen.
no like other than being a small human, what's the redeeming quality of a newborn baby?
They're amazing.
Because they do like cute things.
They're cute. They're
what's
tiny.
a cute thing that like under the threshold of like, let's say like 6 months that a baby can do? Like what?
Smile, giggle, learn things. You get to watch them experience things for the first time. You put up a picture with black and white stripes and Wesley's eyes go like he's seen like he's the craziest thing he's ever seen in his life.
Kind of smiled, and that was pretty cool. Yeah, I like it when they smile at me.
What about
sure.
the fact that this tiny human?
They've smiled to me like 10 times in this whole
What about this?
2 months.
What about this?
Where they've cried, and the amount of like poop I've had like in my knuckles.
Okay, but you're asking a question, not letting me answer. How do you have poop in your knuckles?
I don't know. It's always like
okay.
it's always
Anyway,
there.
you need to get better at wiping. I don't get any poop in my knuckles, but
You don't know when
you
they're-
have cat hair in your mouth.
They're always pooping. There's I don't know how to.
Okay,
I don't know how to wipe.
I know, but I'm trying to help you, and you won't let
barely
me talk.
wipe myself.
Okay, again, you're not helping yourself. Let me help you. So, how about this? The fact that these are tiny human beings. They're individual of us. They're not like these are tiny humans.
I
with
feel
their,
like cat hair in my mouth.
Oh my
now.
God, you're not even listening.
I get it.
You
No,
don't get it. I haven't been able to finish a sentence. Let me talk. You're just digging yourself into a deeper hole. So, how about this? Maisie,
Yes.
born. She's born way too early.
Miracle.
Cannot breathe.
Miracle.
Cannot breathe on her own, and within 24 hours figures it out. Wesley,
I know.
Can figure it out
Stronger
how
than
to
I
eat.
will ever be as
That's
a
incredible.
day old.
It's incredible.
Incredible.
It's incredible. These are incredible little humans. Wesley figures out how to eat 2 weeks before his sister is a champ, comes straight home.
Oh,
Maisie is struggling. It's the hardest thing we've ever been through. Figures it out. It's magic. It was so impressive.
I love them. I, in the deepest sense of like the act, like whatever that word means to anyone, like I do. Mm-hmm. Do I want to hang out with them all the time? Like I don't.
But here is what I think you were trying to say, okay? This is what I think you're trying to say. Because I actually agree with this point. A lot of people...
Cat hair is still in my mouth.
A lot of people love the newborn stage. It's their favorite stage in the world. They're just like, oh my God. When their kids become tall, they're just like, I miss the newborn stage. I just want to have a newborn. It's just so cute and just sleep all the time on you. And they're so cute and precious. And they are cute and precious. The newborn stage is our least favorite stage of children. Like, I do not love the newborn stage. The newborn stage to me is very hard. And like, I like being able to interact more with
I like
the kids.
being a
and,
caregiver.
like,
I like that they need me. I see all these things that they've done and I'm in wonder and amazement by them. But on the other side of that coin, like they don't make a lot of sense. They're just kind of screaming all the time.
they do make sense. They're
And
trying
they're,
to tell
like,
you
just, like,
something.
Constantly like vomiting on you and
and they
pooping and
need you.
peeing
Yeah, I
on you.
know.
And
Yes, they are.
I mean, are they cute?
I think they're adorable. They're so cute. Oh my God, love, you're this is not a good look for you today. But here's the thing is you think they just scream because they're babies. And
No, I don't think that.
And every time they cry, they're trying to tell you something. They're
I
trying
know
to
that.
communicate. They're saying like, yo, dude, I got poop
I'm
in
just
my
saying it's
butthole.
not a romance language. Like it's
Oh my God, speaking of romance, you know how I was telling you the last book I read was Redeeming Love? I think there's a movie out that just came out, and it's so weird that we were just talking about that book. And now it's a movie. Anyway.
Are we going to watch it?
No, I'm not going to watch it. But anyway, no. Okay, so the newborn phase is not our favorite phase. I like babies and I like newborns, but it is not my favorite stage. Erik is not a fan of babies.
What? No, I love babies.
No, you don't.
Babies the best.
You don't love babies.
I love my babies. Love them.
Mm-hmm.
Been saying repeatedly to your face, looking at you, how much I love them. So I don't know why you'd say afterwards that I don't love babies. Love my babies. But if it was like someone else's baby. They're like, you want to hold this baby? Be like, why? What's it gonna, what are we going to talk about?
Oh my God. Well, okay.
But
I'm sure there's a lot of people who can relate to that.
When they sleep.
That doesn't happen. So how would you know if you like that?
Right. Exactly.
No, to me, I see what you're saying, but at the same time, to me, there's no feeling like having a baby cuddle on my chest and fall asleep, or their coos while they're sleeping, or when they finally smile at you and recognize your face. Yeah, these are all really incredible things. I think you'd have to know
me to understand that this is all kind of in jest, but also but I'm kind of being serious. Like it's, how do
we get into this?
It's a strange thing as a parent. Because someone said I was in the angry stage.
Right.
And I was like, thinking today, like, yeah, I'm kind of pissed about how hard this is. Well, and then you see someone like Flynn when you get to the age that he is now, and it's like
the coolest human alive.
The coolest human you've ever met.
And you felt this way about Flynn too when he was a baby.
Yeah, well,
more so.
I don't know if it's more. I mean,
well, he had colic. It's
a hard thing. It's a hard thing. You're a human, and then all of a sudden you have reproduced and are responsible for offspring that are little. It's like it's not something that like there's any like actual training for. You know what I mean? Or like
and in order to like enjoy and truly experience like newborns in a pleasant way, you have to have literally no expectations for anything at all to happen for you. And I'm not talking like going and doing something fun. I'm talking like eating, peeing, showering. Like you have to have zero expectations for yourself to have anything, because then you get frustrated. Because you're like, well, I really wanted to shower. Too bad. Like, you know what I'm saying?
That's all fine. I'm talking about on a more fundamental level. I said this to you. It's funny. I'll bring up something I said to you the other day. You had to go do something you needed to do, and I was left alone in this manic state where both babies were
crying. It happens often.
Yeah, it happens very often. But like I was having a bit of a meltdown as this was happening. Like when you came back, like sometimes I'm great with it, and sometimes I'm like that was really hard, and I have to talk to you about it. This particular time, I was like. To you, I was like, I'm just some dude, right? Like, I'm just some dude. Like, and we had two babies. You just leave me with these two babies. Like, I'm just some dude. Before this, I was just some dude. Like, how am I supposed to take care of them? Like, I don't think I have the basic instincts to do this. But then I think I'm a really good dad.
You are a very good dad.
But when it comes to like newborn babies, like, I think I'm just some dude. And you can't just leave me alone with these two babies. What are you doing? That was like a low point.
Yeah. Whereas like I feel like I do have like those maternal instincts where I'm like, everything goes out the window until I can figure out why they're crying and how I can fix it. And you're like, nah.
Yeah, you do. But you also do have breaking points for sure.
Definitely I do. There have been plenty of times.
We always seem to seesaw it. Yeah. Like as far as our emotional tolerance of it all. We seesaw and balance each other
out. Our breaking points are just different. Yours are like, hey, I'm just some dude. I can't do this. I got to go outside and scream. And I'm like just sitting on the couch holding a baby, weeping with my not blinking for 2 hours, just weeping. And you take a baby away from me as I don't move, So anyway, on that note, let's take a minute to say thank you to our next sponsor. I am so excited about our next sponsor. It is Bombas. Bombas' mission is simple. Make the most comfortable clothes ever and match every item sold with an equal item donated. So when you buy Bombas, you are also giving to someone in need. Bombas designed their socks, shirts, and underwear to be the clothes you can't wait to put on every single day. Everything they make is so soft and seamless. They have no tags, like hello, tagless, is like my dream come true, and has a luxury, cozy feel. They're made from super soft materials like merino wool, Pima cotton, and even cashmere, which is super fancy and makes them perfect for the cozy winter time. There's a pair of Bombas socks for everything you do. They come in tons of options like comfy performance styles for every sport and activity that keeps you moving. Bombas t-shirts are made with thoughtful design features like invisible seams, soft fabrics, and the perfect weight so they hang just right. Bombas underwear has a barely there feel with second skin support that might make you forget they're even there. Hello, in a good way. I hope in a good way. And did you know that their socks, underwear, and t-shirts are the 3 most requested clothing items at homeless shelters? That's why Bombas donates one for every item you buy. So far, Bombas customers like you have helped donate over 50 million items of essential clothing. Go to bombas.com/relax and get 20% off any purchase. That's BOMBAS.com/relax for 20% off. Bombas.com/relax. Alrighty, so there's just a couple more comments I wanted to read to you that I liked. I love your guys' comments.
There's
by the
more?
way, yeah, the majority of the comments in the last episode were agreeing with me, by the way, about the birdseed and how I love sticking my hand in a birdseed.
Bath mats and birdseed. These freaks.
Everyone was like, yes, the feeling of sticking your hand in a sack of beans. Like everyone was so into it.
That's not like barrel birdseed at a wholesale.
Whatever. Everyone understood, and they're all like, it was all like. A lot of people who were like, I'm neurodivergent, like I am ADHD. This is the same thing for me. So that, like, I guess it's like that thing. I don't know. So that's why you don't understand. You're not part of the cool club. Anyway, this comment I liked. The crankiness of Erik in this episode is making me laugh. It's totally understandable, but he's normally seems so patient and sweet that it's making me laugh to see him lose his ish over Colleen liking the feeling of birdseed. And then
I am very cranky lately, as diagnosed by a symptom of sleep deprivation.
And there's one more comment that I liked, that I just wanted help understanding, because this doesn't make any sense to me. And I don't know if it's because I'm stupid or if because the comment doesn't make any sense. It said, you said this in the episode, okay? You said, and they're quoting it, I have to empty the trash can every 3/4 of a day. Okay? You said that.
Yes.
And then this person said, Erik, bestie, that's only once a day. I'm dead. What?
I mean, and not cumulative.
But wait, I don't get what they mean by that. How is that only once a day? You said 3/4 of a day.
Well,
so that would be 3 times a day, right? Every third.
No, meaning that like this, that the diaper genie, that at least the one that we have, I need to empty it every day, but it doesn't make it a full. It's not like I empty it at night. It's like it takes 3/4 of a day. So if they would like me to put it in terms that they can better understand,
I don't see how they're saying that it's once a day. What do they mean it's only once a day? Am I not understanding the math?
You're not. But
wait, can you explain to me what she means? Because I don't get it. How you said 3/4 of a day, so to me that
would be 100% of a day, or like 75% of a day, and I have to empty it every 75% of a day, which means on the first day, yes, like I only had to empty it once a day, but on the next day,
I have to empty this trash can every 3/4 of a day.
Okay, I don't have to empty that trash can every 24 hours. I have to empty that trash can every 18 hours.
What I take this when you're I do not understand what you said. I took as the way you're looking at me is crazy. Okay, what you said I took as you have to empty the trash can like 3 times a day.
No.
3/4 of a day. So like every if the day split into 4, so 3/4.
It's a diaper trash can. You think you have to empty it like once a week.
What? No,
but apparently I have to empty, like it doesn't even last a day.
But that's not what I'm asking you. You're not hearing me. You're not hearing me. I'm asking how she is saying, okay, she said that's only once a day.
How many quarters earn $1?
4.
Okay.
So I'm thinking 3/4 of a day. So 3 times a day. Like if a day is, if you split up a day,
75% of a day goes away. And that's when I have to empty it.
No,
and then that clock starts again.
Every 3/4 of a day. So you're saying 3. You're saying 3.
Man.
Listen to me. Listen.
I can't believe this is the last ever episode of Relax the Podcast.
Stop squishing my cord. Okay. So you're saying when I hear I have to change a trash can 3/4 of a day.
I said it one time offhand in a podcast. I don't like.
Let me finish my sentence.
I don't walk around this house going, 3/4 of a day. I got to do this.
Let me finish. When you said it and when I read it, how my brain comprehends it is 3/4. Okay. So if a day of 24 hours is split into 4 parts, 3/4 of that. So 75% of it, you are changing trash cans, or like 3 out of 4. Like you have to change it 3 times out of a full 24 hours is kind of how I took it.
Listen, I'm going to call 911.
So how does she say that's help. Once a day? I don't get.
We're going to get you the help that you need.
Just answer the question. How did she take 3/4 of a day as once a day? I don't get that. That's what I'm asking.
Well,
How
the
did she
first
take
day, well, I'm just saying in a 24-hour cycle,
Okay.
you only get 3/4 of the way through it.
I'm
on throat fluid.
not asking about the math of how many hours in a day. I'm asking how she took. I changed the diaper trash can 3/4 of a day. I'm changing the trash. How did you take that sentence 3/4 of a day? I'm changing the trash can and say that's only once a day.
I don't know. I understand the
What is she-
question, love. All I can say to you is that like what I meant. I can tell you what I meant by it.
I don't want to know what you meant.
You want to know what she meant by
I
her
want to know
question?
what she meant. I want to, because you said I changed the trash can 3/4 of a day. How did she hear 3/4 of a day? I changed the trash can and took Bessie. You only change the trash can once a day. If you said that, what does she mean?
She means that I'm still only having to change it once a day
Right.
if I have to change it every 3/4 of a day.
Right.
Yes.
And that's my question. So how does that make sense?
But it doesn't make sense to me because in my reality, that clock is continuous. So if I'm having to change it every 3/4 of a day, like it's not always the same time a day. It's like, it's just that what I'm indicating there
so
is that the diaper trash can doesn't even last 24 hours before it's full. Right. And then there's diapers all around the diaper trash can.
You have to change it like 3 times a day.
No. Like sometimes,
yes, you do.
Like every day, if not and usually twice a day I do.
I know, but how did she, you're not answering my question.
How does she think? This dumb question.
I care.
What's her name?
How does she think that if you say, I'm going to do this 3 out of 4 times in a day, how did someone go, hello, idiot, that's only once a day? You're saying you do it 3 out of 4 times, like 75% of the time you're changing trash cans. How does she take that and say it's only once a day? That's what I don't get. How is she saying, Bessie, it's only once a day? If you're changing the trash can 3/4,
she's not my bestie.
So if it's 3/4, so 3. So is it?
How do I stop this? How do I get you to stop talking about
this? If you
this?
answer the question,
I've tried and I can't, and
so
I told you that I can.
But do you understand why she thinks you're saying it's only once a day you're changing the trash
can?
Because she's dumb. Come on, I'm being serious. Look, every 3/4 of a day, Erik, Bessie, it's only once a day.
Because she's thinking she's thinking I'm saying that like, oh, I gotta empty it every 3/4 a day at 6 p.m. every day. You know what I mean? And that's still once a day to her.
There you go. How is that once a day? Wait, what do you mean? 3/4 of a day is 6 p.m. How is 3/4 of a day at 6 p.m.?
Or whatever time you would deem like the 3/4 mark of your
so
day.
You're saying that like, okay, so what she thinks is that when you say the 3/4 of a day, that's a specific time that you were like giving some weird, you were saying 3/4 of a day instead of saying 6 p.m. Like she took it as like, that's the hour you changed the trash can.
I'm not saying she took it as the hour. I'm just thinking that she thinks that still just means once a day.
How?
Whereas, love, I can't explain this over and over again. Like,
I don't get it. Someone
listen,
explain this to me.
Your brain not functioning at a high level right now. My brain also not functioning at a high level. Everyone, if I wouldn't understand why listening to this right now, saying "shut up" audibly to their phone.
Okay, fine. We'll change the
stereo.
subject. Can someone explain it to me, please, in the comments, what that means? If he says it's 3/4 of a day, how does that equal once a day? Anyway, I don't get it. I don't understand.
It seems to me like you're proposing like the worst SAT question I've ever heard in my life.
And that's what I'm just confused.
What did you get on your SATs?
Oh, I had to retake them. I got really bad SAT scores. I'm not kidding.
Lots of people have to retake them. I retook them.
No, like they were very bad. Like I wouldn't tell anyone. I was so embarrassed and so ashamed of how bad they were. It was very bad. Like very bad. And like I cried bad because I'm a horrible test taker because I like second guess every question.
You don't seem to second guess questions.
Okay. Literally what you just experienced is how I like took every SAT question.
I don't think you would ever finish the SATs. Did you? You certainly.
I like, if I figured out the answer, I'd go, that was too easy. That can't be the answer. It has to be something else. So then I'd try to figure out a different way that there could possibly be a different answer. And then if I would just, oh man, it was awful. I was a horrible test taker. Well, how was yours?
Pretty good.
What'd you get? Do you remember?
I don't know.
It's different now than it was. The scoring's different now than it was back in our day.
Decent score. Better on like
do you remember?
verbal than on math. Yeah, I do. I'm not going to say
verbal.
You know what I mean? What?
The verbal part of the SATs? We need verbal.
What do they call it? Oh, maybe I did really bad.
Verbal SATs.
Well, there's like the math part and the
written.
They call it, yeah. What do they call that? Verbal?
I don't know. Verbal sounds like you'd have to stand up and give a speech. Okay.
Guess not good. No, I mean, I got good scores.
I mean, I think you're really smart. I genuinely think you're really smart, but I also don't think that could be true.
Really?
Well, you think I'm smart and I didn't get good SAT scores. I got abysmal SAT scores, like horrendous. I couldn't get into any colleges because they're like, you're so dumb. And I think it's so stupid that your smartness is based on SAT scores, because some people suck at SATs. Some people suck at taking tests, but they're really good at other stuff. Like I wasn't really good at
test taking, and I wasn't great at math, but I still got a good.
Because I had a 4.0 GPA my whole life, and then
I didn't have that.
Yeah, I had straight A's, like always 100% in all my classes, like always.
Because all your projects were crafts.
Yeah, and I got straight A's because of it. But I was good in school. I was very good in school, and I got horrible SAT scores, and I just didn't think that was fair.
Do you believe I say I did decent on SATs, and you're like, I don't believe you.
I was kidding. Okay, wait. Also, it's a little sus that you won't tell me the numbers, so that's what I'm just saying.
Tell me your number.
I don't remember it.
Yeah, exactly.
I know that it's different now than it was then, but back then I know that there was like a good SAT score was well in the thousands. Like it was like 10. Everyone be like, oh yeah, I got a 1050 or like whatever it was. I don't know that. I don't remember the numbers.
I think 1600
was the perfect.
Yeah.
I know I was under 1,000.
Oh.
Yeah. Like I think I got like 980 or something. Yeah. Like it was bad. It was really bad. I was very embarrassed.
I would say I was over 1,000. Yeah.
Well, everyone was over 1,000. Like literally, no, I'm not saying that like you were not smart. I'm saying like it was very embarrassing to be under 1,000. It was really devastating for me. So
it explains a lot.
It does. It just explains how stupid I am. Look at me like stressing over a single comment that didn't make sense to me for an hour. I have to pump so bad. Oh my gosh, my boobs hurt so bad. But before I go pump, let's say thanks to our next sponsor. Our next sponsor for this episode is Native, and I am so excited to tell you guys all about it, because for most people, the new year means rethinking how they take care of themselves. Native makes it easy to switch to a personal care brand that makes all their products with simple ingredients. Native cares about the products you put on your body. They're all about stopping the stink the right way. That's the Native difference. Native's coconut and vanilla scented aluminum-free deodorant has been a customer favorite for years, and now Native is on a mission to overhaul your entire hygiene routine. They create products that are made with simple ingredients like shea butter and coconut oil, so you can smell great all day long. Native deodorant checks a lot of boxes: aluminum-free, 24-hour odor protection, 0 residue on skin application, and over 10 scents to choose from. Now is the time to treat yourself with Native. If you visit their site, you'll find not just deodorant, but body wash, bar soap, toothpaste, shampoo, conditioner, sunscreen. They got it all. Everything you need to take your self-care to the next level. This year, up your personal hygiene routine with Native. Go to nativedeo.com/Colleen or use promo code Colleen at checkout and get 20% off your first order. That's nativedeo.com/Colleen, COLLEEN, or use promo code Colleen at checkout for 20% off your first order. Go check it out. All right. Let's get on with this. This episode's crazy, and I think I love it. We've had everything this episode. But Erik said he had something he wanted to do this episode.
Well, there's something I'm nervous that we don't talk about.
Oh God,
that I wanted to talk about.
What could it be? I don't think that's true. I think we talked about everything except for like
there's one
past love life.
There's one thing we don't talk about.
It's that
podcast. It's Bruno.
We don't talk about.
Oh, you can't.
Bruno.
We don't have the rights.
Okay, that's true.
Is that musical good?
It's wonderful.
I want to talk about that and Canto.
You do? Okay.
I said a lot of talk about it.
Yes, everyone's
talking. I
talking.
I want to.
Okay. No, I know you don't want to. You don't like it.
Well, I think is it like it's like TikTok culture because you've heard the song so much in like TikToks that you're like, this is good. No. So, like on the radio, you're like, oh, this isn't a good song, but then they play it so much that you like know it and you're like, oh, maybe it is good. Like, is it that? I totally
see what you're saying. And I know exactly what you're talking about. Lin-Manuel Miranda knows how to write songs that get stuck in your head.
Yeah, no, he does.
And so like the first time I heard that song, it was stuck in my head. The We Don't Talk About Bruno. No, that song. The first time I heard it, it was stuck in my head. I was really skeptical of it. My sister-in-law was like, definitely you need to watch this. It's the best thing ever. And I was like, okay, whatever. And I had no interest in watching it. But Flynn, I've sung the We Don't Talk About Bruno around Flynn. So is Corey. Corey's played it for him. And so I just called him Erik. Flynn really likes the song We Don't Talk About Bruno, the Bruno song. And so I was like, well, he likes it. Let's try to watch the movie again. I've tried to watch this movie with Flynn like 10 times. And we finally watched the whole thing. And when I watched the whole thing, it's really freaking good. It's a really good movie. Right. It covers wonderful, incredible topics.
I like Lin-Manuel.
And he's incredible.
Miranda.
And the music's incredible. The story's incredible. There's a character that everyone can relate to. Strong female lead. I'm into it. I loved it. I really did. Music's great.
Music is great.
Okay, so what did you
I wanted to
talk
talk about was like, I've done these like stupid little songs on the podcast, like a lot in our now 52 episodes.
Right.
And it's just as I've said before, just like a silly little hobby. But for the first time, in me like writing a little song, has it ever been like, and it makes sense because it originated with Flynn himself coming up with the concept and words for the song.
The applesauce
I'm talking
song.
about the grilled cheese and applesauce song, but he
loves it.
Will walk around singing it to himself, ask me to sing it. He's walked up to me like he's gone and found my guitar.
Yeah.
And brought it up to me saying, "Hey Dada,
I have footage of that.
Will you play this song?" And I'm just like, this is the coolest thing ever.
Yeah.
That this dumb little song that essentially we wrote together, he's like, likes. And I just think that was so great. And then you were helping him fall asleep the other night, and you sent me this voice memo of Flynn singing it while he was trying to fall asleep.
Yes.
And it was really funny to me that like, the lyrics in the song that I had written had the lyric cigarette, which he heard as take a rest.
Because he doesn't know what a cigarette is, obviously.
Of course not. But I need both.
I know both work. But he thought he was saying
both
like
work.
The first time Flynn sang it.
It's a better lyric.
Flynn, the first time he was singing it, he's like, red wine and take a rest. And we were like, what? What is he saying instead of cigarettes? And then we realized he was saying and take a rest.
Well, he's like saying, of course,
Daddy wants to take a rest.
Needs a rest. Like, look at him. Like, guy's like a shell.
Yeah, he was saying like Dad. And I said, did you say take a rest? He goes, yeah, Daddy likes a rest.
Like, I almost like took it personally. Like, he knows I like need to rest. I just thought it was so sweet. And so I want, if it's all right with you, I wanted to play the little voice memo you sent me of that night.
Yeah.
Of him.
This is in pitch black. He just started singing it. I wasn't singing it. It was silent in the room. We were cuddling and he was falling asleep. And out of nowhere, he just started singing the song. And so I pulled out my phone and pushed the record button. This is not prompted by anything. It's just pitch black in his room. And he's singing
he just started singing it and you recorded it and sent it to me. And that's what I think this is.
Oh gosh, what else could it be?
I don't know.
Dining for dinner. Grill, kicker, red wine and kickers is what Daddy needs for dinner.
Through his binky.
Red wine and kickers is what Daddy ever wants. Real hungry all the time.
And he knows the bridge?
Try to decide, but we can't. So we have grilled cheese and applesauce. And why is it grilled cheese and applesauce?
Yeah.
He's doing the harmony, like
Cookies and in and out. Cookies and in and out.
Cookies and
Red wine and take a rest.
Does it keep going?
Is that it?
I don't remember.
Okay. Good night.
Let's do it again, I think.
Let's do it again, I think.
It's time to go to sleep, though.
Grilled cheese and applesauce. There's funny for dinner. Grilled cheese and applesauce is what funny for dinner.
He sings it all the time.
Cheese and applesauce is fun everyone's bum bum.
I love it. He says bum bum.
Yeah, he says like the the guitar riff. I don't know. I just thought that was the coolest thing that, like, for me, it was just that.
He's so cute. I love that voice note. He's amazing.
Yeah.
See, they end up being cool. Even if you don't like them when they're little babies, love.
Oh, no, I know. But
Flynn's your favorite human on the planet.
I'm kind of playing this this devil's advocate within me that is like, this is the most amazing, wonderful experience I've ever been through with these kids and babies. Like, it's so cool, but it's so much and it's so overwhelming at times that it's like, sometimes you like look at it in the real like moment to moment terms that it is. And it's so hard, you know?
Yeah.
So I think that's what I'm reacting to. I also haven't slept in 2 months.
I know. Everyone knows you're kidding. By the way, tonight when you were setting up the podcast room for us to do this, Flynn, he goes, "Where's Daddy?" And my mom said, "Oh, he's setting up the podcast." And he goes, she said, "He's working. He's working right now." And he said, "Is he doing a podcast?" And my mom said, "Yes." And he goes, "Is he singing grilled cheese and applesauce?"
Really?
Yeah. And I said, "Yeah, he is singing grilled cheese and applesauce." I thought that was so cute that's what he thinks. That's your work. Your work is singing grilled cheese and applesauce. That's what you do for a living.
In my heart right now, it's my greatest achievement in work.
Oh, so cute. I am obsessed with him. Well, I think that's a great way to leave this episode is by, we're finishing out by listening to the cute sounds of Flynn singing that song. And we'll actually leave the full episode out with Flynn and you singing it because I recorded you guys for my Insta story the other day singing it. It's so cute.
Oh, really?
So I'll put that in here.
Okay.
So thanks for listening, everyone. Thanks to our sponsors for sponsoring. And we hope you all have a wonderful day, night, morning, whatever time you're listening. And we'll see you next week. Bye.
Bye.
Grilled cheese and applesauce is what Flynn likes for dinner. Grilled cheese and applesauce is what Flynn likes for lunch. Cheese and applesauce is what Flynn needs for dinner. Grilled cheese and applesauce is all Flynn ever wants.
You can relax. Colleen and Erik have a podcast. The world is scary and we're locked in our home, but now we have big microphones. So you can relax. That's the name of our podcast.